In his first letter to the church in Corinth, Paul tells them, "For I think that God has established us apostles as last of all, like men sentenced to death, because we have become a spectacle to the world, to angels, and to men. We are fools for Christ's sake, but you are wise in Christ. We are weak, but you are strong. You are held in honor, but we in disrepute. To the present hour we hunger and thirst, we are poorly dressed and buffeted and homeless, and we labor, working with our own hands. When reviled, we bless. When persecuted, we endure. When slandered, we entreat. We have become, and are still, like the scum of the world, the refuse of all things. I do not write these things to make you ashamed, but to admonish you as my beloved children. For though you have countless guides in Christ, you do not have many fathers. For I became your father in Christ Jesus through the gospel. I urge you then, be imitators of me." So Paul goes into a bit of a discussion, explanation about the quality and the state of life that they as apostles have. So many of the people in the world, different cultures, those within Judaism, see them and consider them foolish for having given up so much of everything in order to follow Christ, in order to preach the gospel. So he's dealing with the church in Corinth, and it seems that they've taken a different approach to life than what the apostles are presently doing. He does this compare and contrast kind of thing, where he says, "We are considered foolish, but you are wise. We are weak, but you are strong. You are held in honor, but we in disrepute." So he's articulating that this idea of we are sacrificing everything in order to preach the gospel. It is because of us as your spiritual fathers that you, as a church, even exist. These are very strong words. Some people see this as sarcasm, that he's like saying we're weak but you're strong, when actually that was the other way around. We do not find strength in our own strength, we find strength in Christ. We are weak when we are compared to those who have sacrificed everything in order to be faithful to Jesus Christ. So the world sees them as foolish, the world sees them as scum and as refuse, two very strong words to use to describe somebody. And Paul says there are many teachers in the church, but there are very few fathers, and he identifies himself as their father, as the one who has brought them along to where they are in their relationship with Christ as being part of the people of God. And then he calls on them to imitate him. So instead of seeking after glory, strength, money, fame, whatever, all these worldly things that are so easy to get wrapped up in, he says, imitate me. Give up those things that really have no value. Instead, focus on being faithful to Christ, being loving to your neighbor, and doing the life of the Christian.